Hello, and so glad to have you join us on the Value Chain TV News Update. I am Kabir Lowell with the news. And on the Value Chain TV News Update, fresh concerns have emerged over shortage in petroleum supply following reports that the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) is confronted with a 6 billion petroleum payment backlog. According to reports available to Value Chain TV, the NNPC owes around $6 billion to international traders for imported petrol, as traders said the state-owned company is taking more than specified 90 days to make payments. Value Chain TV spoke to some Nigerians regarding this development.
I feel very pain, as you can see. We've been here for the past since morning. Some of us have been here for 5 hours. So, and it's something that's happening everywhere. And you can imagine if people are facing this thing in Abuja, you can imagine what is happening in other states in Nigeria. So the situation is really terrible. We are here at NNPC, where we feel is something that is a filling station that is being operated by the government, so to say. But if you see the kind of corruption that is also happening here, it's just disheartening, because the queue is not moving well, because some people are paying 2,000 naira, 3,000 naira to enter from the entrance exit door where other cars are supposed to be following to leave. So you see, you can imagine what is happening in this country, and some of us will sit down and be also abusing the government, accusing the government of corruption. Corruption is everywhere, and it's something that if we want to fight it, we have to start with ourselves. Like, it's something that you have to start with yourself. The change starts with you. So I want to appeal to the government to please do something about this fuel scarcity that is happening, because it's making things really, really difficult.
We are feel bad now, because the fuel, that's the ultimate for the Nigerian now, because if we calm down, everything will calm down. Without a fuel, nothing will move forward. I have to have the government, President Tinubu, please, they should reduce the fuel so that the situation will go forward. The things will calm down. Most of the rice where you go up will come down. Most of the transport will come down.
How can I be queuing for over 4 hours? At the end of the time, once I got the fuel, what am I going to work for the day? I don't know what is happening in the country, because if the government wants to increase the price of the fuel, they should just come out plain and tell us that, look, we want to increase the price of the fuel, but let the product be available. We have something and we are still suffering for it. It's sad. The poor man cannot afford $1 in a day anymore in this country, and we are calling ourselves giant of Africa. I'm expecting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to please ease the suffering. To my own analysis, if the fuel price comes down, things is going to adjust as well. The cost of living will also come down. It's not dollar that is affecting Nigeria. We should stop making use of dollar. It's not dollar.
The federal government has injected 2 trillion naira to boost the economy as part of an accelerated stabilization and advancement plan. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu disclosed this while inaugurating the Presidential Economic Coordination Council (PECC) at the State House in Abuja. Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edun, told reporters that the emergency funding will be deployed to health, agriculture, energy, power, and other critical sectors of the economy. Nigeria has won its bid to host the headquarters of the African Energy Bank (AEB). The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Eniken Lokwebiri, disclosed this while speaking to journalists at a virtual meeting of the Council of Ministers of the African Petroleum Producers Organization (APO) on Thursday. Nigeria emerged as the preferred host nation amidst stiff competition from Ghana, Benin, Algeria, South Africa, and Cote d'Ivoire. According to the minister, the country's selection shows Nigeria's robust energy sector and its strategic vision for the continent's energy future. The Ministry of Solid Minerals Development has announced new rates for licenses in the mining sector to enhance ease of doing business and consolidate on ongoing reforms. The minister, Dele Alake, who made the announcement, stated that the review underscored federal government's commitment to increasing revenue from the solid minerals to enhance service delivery and improve the contribution of mining to the economic development. Dele Alake stated that under the new regime, investors applying for mining lease license will pay 3 million naira, while small-scale mining lease (SSML) applicants will pay 300,000 naira for the first 2 cadastral units. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has suspended the permit for non-commercial flights (PNCF) of 10 private jet operators. This was contained in a statement by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection (NCAA), Michael Achimugu. The statement noted that the agency had directed all PNCF holders to undergo a mandatory re-evaluation process, yet some PNCF operators failed to comply, which has led to their suspension. The operators are Azikel Dredging Nigeria Limited, Bly Aviation Safety Services, Ferry Aviation Development Limited, Matrix Energy Limited, and Marietta Management Services Limited. Others are Worldwide Skypath Services, Martini Air Services Limited, Aerolead Limited, Skybird Air Limited, and Ezuma Jets Limited. The operators were said to have violated regulations prohibiting the use of aircraft for commercial purposes. Achimugu also informed the public that engaging PNCF holders for commercial purposes was illegal, warning that it will not hesitate to take enforcement actions against any PNCF holder found guilty of such violations. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, University of Lagos, said the union may consider going on strike if the government does not respond to its demand after all the nationwide protests. Speaking during the protest, the chairman of the ASU UNILAG, Professor Kayode Adebayo, maintained that the purpose of the nationwide protest was to inform the public about the insensitivity and silence of government on the union's demands. Meanwhile, some students came out to support their lecturers, displaying placards with various inscriptions. Some Nigerians spoke to valuechainonlinetv regarding this development. The report.
Currently speaking, literally, as we can see, things are literally hard in Nigeria. And there are a lot of things in which, as a parent, they are actually passing through. So, as for ASU, I don't think going on a strike now will be a good suggestion due to what students are trying to finish it, get their education and get something doing. But going on strike now is going to delay a lot of things, which is not going to be more proper. We are literally one, and there's no part of okay, we are requiring for this and they won't actually give them. They have to play their own part as a government, and so that we can literally students can literally go back to school and finish their education and have something doing.
We're in a trying time. People are facing a lot of hardship and challenges. When we talk about ASU, the lecturers need to be paid. They have families, so it's dicey. I think the government and ASU should find a common ground. That's what I would say. And then figure out a way and see how the strike will not hold. That is what I would suggest. They must find a common ground. The children need to be in the school, and the lecturers need to be paid, and the government needed to be, kept running.
That ends the valuechainonlinetv news update. I am Kabir Lawal. Thanks for watching.